Bryan, what kind of need to get started?
Ah,
What?
what's the matter? You rubbing your eyes? Got a little sand in your eyes?
Little allergies, buddy.
I don't know.
Do you have allergies?
You got allergies? No, I have a very strong immune system.
You're sick all the time.
No, never sick. That's interesting. You should. Why don't you lie down and take this one? Take a break. Take this one out. I'll take care of it.
Can I?
Yeah, let me do the whole podcast.
Yeah.
I'll just talk about things.
Can we bring Hunter Matz in here so I can really fall asleep?
It's Mott's. It's Mott's. It's not Matt's. It's Hunter
Maybe
Mott's.
you and him can put me to sleep.
It's the Bryan Callen Show, and we discuss very important books. Why? You guys, our listeners, don't want to listen to the bi-weekly Bryan Callen Show where I drop knowledge on books, where we discuss in detail books.
You figure it out.
Hey, man, you're looking burly as a mofo with
burly
it
mean?
in your new
I don't think
Abercrombie
I don't
fighter.
think burly's a good word.
Burly is a word.
Burly's like say burly's like you see a big bear, like a
you're
bear.
a big muscular bear. You're a burly guy.
Well, but I'm not hairy. Burly would be hairy. That's like me saying you look.
No, burly doesn't mean hairy.
Really?
No.
When I hear burly, I think.
I think hairy. Actually, I know what you mean. Like burly, like a big rough, like Afghani or Chechen warrior.
Like Tarek's burly.
Yeah, just a big,
hairy chest.
Yeah, just kind of big and barrel chested. Whereas you're,
hey,
make no mistake, you burly.
You burly.
You burly.
You burly boy.
You burly
Couple
boy.
1, 2 burly boys.
Yeah.
Probably
from all your Honnet products. Earth-grown nutrients.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Can I ask you a question? Do you prefer the hemp protein or the whey protein?
I'm not a hemp fan.
You're not a hemp fan?
I rock the whey.
I like the whey, too, actually. I'm more of a whey guy.
We got to talk to Aubrey. Is there any way we can get the big brown and the kid whey?
Well, don't put me on because people are going to be like, well, oh, cool. I can look like a 49-year-old medium guy.
Dude, there's some older people like, dude, look at this older dude kicking ass in life. Maybe I should take the same protein.
Ooh, maybe. Look at the wheel kicking and
like you're in the back wheel kicking a protein box.
That's a good call.
Well, not really, but.
Yeah, or I wheel kick a kettlebell and break my foot off.
You're just flexing on it like this.
Oh, yeah.
Holding 2 kettlebells. It says, get you some.
Get you some. Get you some of the best exercise equipment out there. Some of the best earth-grown nutrients out there.
Nutrients.
Why don't you optimize yourself? Why don't you get a workout in? Go to onitacademy.com. Get yourself a little workout in or a big workout.
Yeah, go ahead and browse the onit.com/academy.
Browse
it
up.
Browse it up.
Get yourself. I know you're doing the Total Primate Care because you tend to, with the ketogenic diet, you want to make sure you're getting all your newts.
Gotta make sure you get all your newts.
Gotta nude up.
Nude it up.
Gotta nude up. When we're hungry, we go, you gotta tum up? We gotta tum up a little bit.
Tum up.
We like to invent our own fucking language. Onit.com, you fucks.
And if you like saving money, go to onit.com/fighter. 10% off.
Yeah.
You know the deal.
Why don't you go ahead and look at the price and then shave 10% off. I love when I
Brilliant!
I like when I'm eating and somebody will be like, what's 20% of this check? I'm always like, well, what's 10%?
You know what I do? When someone goes, what's 20% of this check? I look them right in the eye and go, fuck you.
That's kind of aggressive, Jack.
Excuse me, sir, what's 20% of this check?
I
do this.
Yep. The slow turn.
Fuck you.
The slow turn. You know what I don't like? I'll notice when people when they tip. And I've had some people who are friends of mine tip 10%, 5%.
Oh, I'll call you out.
I got a problem.
Whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at my tip. Look at yours.
You know what I do? I don't say shit. I just reach into my pocket and I
extra?
add some onto his tip.
What kind of scumbag does that,
There are
man?
people out there that sneak.
Oh, there are
stuff.
some for sure.
Nah.
Not me, man.
I know. Well, now they have some kind of a website called Shitty Tipper or something.
Shitty tip. So what's it? It takes a picture of the guy if you're a shitty tipper.
Hey man, this celebrity didn't give me a tip. Meanwhile, who?
Some guys hook you up. Some guys go over the top. I fucked up because where I get my haircut, it's only $20, or it's $18.
And I know what you did.
Hold
you
on.
overtipped the first time.
Not even over tip. It's $18. You know, they gave me a great haircut. I like these guys. I was taking pictures. Blah blah blah. They listen to the show. Well, now I'm screwed. They listen to the show, and it was $18. I'm like, God, that's such a good deal.
That's a good deal. That's a very good deal.
Yes, and you know me, I get my haircut at least once a week, so I'm like, fuck, man. So I go in there. I'm like, what's $60? I'm doing well in life. Here's $60.
Damn it.
Well,
it's exactly the kind of shit I do.
Went back the next week, got my haircut. He's like, thanks, man. But I could tell when I walked in, they're like, oh, shop, here. I'm like, yeah, everyone's anxious for cutting my hair. That's cool. sit down. They want that $60 again.
When you tip 200%,
well,
you know.
so I was like, oh, okay, because it's a cash only. I go to the ATM. I'm like, oh, sure, got to take out 60 again. Had switch bars.
It kind of
switch bars.
It kind of sting.
No, I still hook them up, but you gotta set a standard. You can't go back.
Well, that's
because then if I gave him 40, he's gonna think, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, that's so funny, and that's exactly what happens. Sometimes I just bite the bullet. Now, for me, I go in and I get myself a haircut for $50 by this wonderful guy. I just like his energy. He's a gay
$50 for
he's a gay man.
Salon.
Yeah, he
That's
just cuts my
cheap
hair.
as fuck.
It is, and then I'll tip 20%, so it's actually $70. That's a lot of money for a fucking haircut. But for me, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but it does.
I was gonna say, you never came in like, Bryan, what did you do to your hair? Like, it's pretty fucking standard.
Right.
It's more maintenance.
I actually do it
you
because
just don't want the ducktail out the back.
Yes, and I just like the guy. And you want to hear something? Every 6 weeks, I go in there, and that dude cuts my hair. There's something about that motherfucker that relaxes me.
Rub your shoulders and stuff?
Nope, his
Sounds
energy,
like
he'll wash my hair, but his energy, his non-aggressive energy relaxes me. I actually look forward to it.
Not that I give a flying fuck. I actually prefer it when a guy's cut my hair. I'm assuming he's gay.
Yeah, he's gay.
But of course.
Yeah. He's a gay
He's
man.
not like aggro. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
Better.
Not real aggro. They don't want to talk about sports.
He's also not attracted to me, so it's like he's like, hey, how are you? Whatever the case. He's
it's
like,
called honey dicking. As soon as you fall asleep, dick in a
well,
box.
that's how men are.
As soon as you fall asleep.
We all a bunch of tigers in the tall grass.
And he's just a skinny, feminine tiger in that tall grass.
As
soon as he's rubbing that scalp, what's this? Oops, barber dick.
Barber dick. Whoops.
Whoops.
Barber dick.
Whoops.
Why am I dreaming?
Try this new pomade. Good dude. Your hair's extra thick.
What am I dreaming? What am I dreaming about? What am I dreaming about a popsicle on a hot day? Oh no!
It's not popsicle.
Oh, pomade.
Pomade in your mouth.
Why are we 10 years old?
So, I don't know.
Why are we 10 fucking years old?
We're having a nice conversation about haircuts.
God damn it. Yeah, but
yeah. Anyways,
so I tip him. But
you get your haircut once every 6 weeks, huh?
I don't know.
You know me. I go
I'm
once
lazy.
a week, sometimes twice a week.
Oh, I'll go once every 2. Try me at the dentist. I don't think I hadn't had a teeth cleaning in good 25 years.
Me neither. The dentist, I haven't had him probably 8 years. Yeah. Last time I went, they went. Because they were like, when's the last time with the dentist? I'm like, it's been forever. They sit me down. I was like, God, this is gonna be terrible. And she went, can I be honest with you? And they have no interest in my money or anything like that. She goes, you're gifted genetically with your teeth. I don't see any problems. I went, really? I've been to the dentist forever.
Yeah.
You fucked up telling me that. I ain't never coming back.
That's what happened to me.
I've been back since.
How about this?
Yes.
So I went.
I could use some teeth.
It had been 8 years. It had been 8 years I had to get a teeth cleaning. And they were like, oh my God, they were getting all ready. And you know what she said? A couple things. She goes, first of all, you have the best gums of anybody your age I've ever seen. And my mother's the same way. I have really good gum health, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Then she goes, I cannot believe your teeth are not more, chapped up and dirty. I said, why? She goes, I guess I use the Sonicare toothbrush and it really fucking helps.
Hey, look at me.
Huh.
You have brown teeth. And they're crooked as fuck. Hey,
by the way, they're breaking down.
They told you that they're white?
This was 8 years ago. This was 10 years ago. It was about 10 years
ago. My friend, as
long
as I've known you, you've always had... They're brown.
It was around 14, okay? Fine.
You were 14 when that happened.
God damn it.
Yeah, when mine told me that, I'm like, oh, you're never seeing me again. You fucked up telling me that.
Whenever a doctor says anything awesome, I'll keep it.
Oh, I run with it.
I had my blood work done one time because I had a pain in my side and I thought I was dying because I'm a hypochondriac. Like, if I get some weird thing, I'll be like, I got to go to the doctor. The doctor goes, well, this is great. He goes, I did your blood work. I don't know how to put this, but it's pretty outstanding. I was like, click, see ya.
When I was, I was real sick before I fought Mitrione. I had to go to a doctor here in L.A. He goes, let's get your heart rate and blood pressure. And my heart rate was like 37 or something crazy.
That's incredible.
And he goes, last time I had a heart rate this low, it was Lance Armstrong. I was like, and I was not feeling it. What did you say? He was Lance Armstrong. Like, hold on, I'm gonna tweet this out. Can you go ahead and just repeat what you said? As soon as I heard that, see ya, ready for the fight.
That's incredible. My father, who's turned 76 today, I told you that the American
Happy birthday
to you. He's in Budapest on a cruise
right now
with my mom right now in Hungary.
Rich as fuck.
In Hungary with another very rich couple. They're on a cruise, small, but it's a cruise like a luxury liner, like a exclusive.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Your dad's rich. All
Coming
right.
up the Rhine, going up the Rhine.
Wait,
Anyway,
what do they do?
76. I don't
Is that
know.
third world country?
No, Budapest, Hungary. Hungary is a European country. Hungary is
Hungary.
Eastern European.
Word.
Yes.
So they're good.
Oh yeah, beautiful place. Hungary, especially Budapest, was kind of spared during the war, World War II. If you ever go to Europe, one thing you realize is that World War II leveled most of Europe.
So back to your parents.
not
So what
so.
are your parents doing there? Like
They're with a
around?
couple. They're with these friends of theirs, and they're hanging out and doing their thing, having a good time.
For their anniversary. Oh, well, for his birthday?
I guess so. Meanwhile, not even for his birthday because he could give a shit. I go, happy 76. He goes, don't remind me of that bullshit. Anyway,
Nice
the doctor said to him, the president of the American Cardiology Association, I think it was Richard Postley, walked in and said, tell him what I said. And the other doctor looked at him and said, you're never going to die. And my father goes, what? And he goes, I've never seen blood work like this in my life. He's got crazy low blood pressure.
Really?
And amazing blood pressure. It doesn't work out. Doesn't
Your dad's
eat
not-
particularly well.
I wouldn't look at your dad like, oh, he's in shape.
I agree. Of course you wouldn't, because he doesn't.
Dad has, hey,
My dad
hey,
doesn't.
look at me.
My dad doesn't work out much.
Papa Callan, I love you.
Got a
You
belly.
got a gut. You got a gut.
He's got a gut.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
he's got it.
I feel
He's
like
got a
your doctors
legit
are
gut.
lying to
He's got a
you and your
legit. He's got a
dad.
legit gut.
Your dent's like, Brian, your teeth are super
We're
white.
dying. We're
Mr.
dying.
Callan, you are slim as fuck.
I know.
Hey, man, look at me. I'm reality.
I know.
Your teeth are yellow. Your dad is thick as
Doesn't
shit.
work out. And and he's got a gut. And meanwhile, they're like, you're gonna live forever.
Both of you, you're fine. No,
like,
you guys
what?
will live a long time. For
I
sure.
don't know. He's a big boy, by the way. You're talking
Dad's
about
a big guy.
6'4", 250.
At least.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Yeah, your dad. Your dad's a big
Big
dude.
bones.
Thick.
Look at his wrist sometime. Next time you see his wrist,
Dense.
take a look at those milk drinking wrists.
I never noticed that stuff.
He's got very, very hairy, thick wrists. You want to talk about burly? That motherfucker
See,
has
that's
hair.
how I would describe Burley.
He's got hair on the top of his back, in the middle of his back. He's a bear.
Your papa's a bear.
It's my joke when I used to say that he could walk up to a beehive naked and start eating honey. He'd be fine. He'd have to cover his nose. That's it.
That's it.
It's true.
Baby T went to the doctor yesterday for one of his first checkups.
Aw.
His hands are big and feet are big.
Oh, he's got.
He has to wear 9-month-old clothing
Oh, yeah.
because he can't. He's only 3 months. I love his little hands though. I call them starfish. They look like two starfish.
But who in
Just
your family
thick as
has big
shit.
hands? Because you don't.
I don't know.
Does Jay?
Not really. My
You know who's
grandpa
got a
did.
nice body? Your brother Jay.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Jay had his shirt off.
Jay's been ketogenic for, longer than me, really. He's been doing it for a while.
Yeah. Jay had his shirt off, and I looked at his chest, and he's got abs.
Oh yeah.
And I went,
pale as fuck.
yeah.
White as fuck.
But I looked at him. I went, "You have a legitimately good body.
yeah.
That's a beach body. I never would have expected that.
Jay Shaw.
Yeah, he's like
He
one
has
of those
that camel
girls.
hump out the back.
He's got the camel hump to keep him well hydrated if he crosses the desert. There's no
He's ready
question
for
about
war.
that. Yeah, his posture's not the best because he's at a fucking computer all
I know,
day.
you got to get him out of there.
But the man's got a body on him
And a,
and a dick.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, a white anaconda albino.
he's got a big old angry doll dick. And
It's
here's
like
the
a
thing.
giant albino pterodactyl.
Yeah, it's big.
And mean.
But-
and mean.
It's mean. It doesn't have wings though, and a sharp beak though. Let's get that clear. So
It has
pterodactyls
a
tend to have.
sharp beak.
He's
That's
got-
how I refer to pieces now, pterodactyls.
Some guys have a giant doorknob head. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of have those Morgan Freeman noses on the end of their dick.
My roommate in high school had the biggest dick of all time, black gentleman, African American gentleman.
But of course.
And his dick, I saw it hard one time because he was playing around with a friend of mine, this girl. And he walked out, and I went, "Holy mother of God!" And it had a bend to it.
It's so big, it has
Bro, it didn't stand straight up.
the skin. Yeah, the human
This
body.
this
is like,
bad boy had a nice, beautiful Chiquita banana arc, but pointing down,
almost have
where
to,
his dick
like-
pointed down.
You know how a ruler, when you the tape measure, when you keep, you can only go so far before it just bends a little
Correct.
bit. I've been there.
Correct.
I've seen that.
That's
Not
when-
personally. I had a guy in college, my buddy next to me, my cellmate in the locker room. His was so big he could talk into it like a mic.
Oh, that's incredible. See, now when you got a bend in your dick, or when you're deadlifting so much the bar is bending, if you're bending bars, or you're bending dick,
It's kind of weird.
you're in the 0.01%. And
Really
and
is.
congratulations.
Hey, have you been groggy since we got back from the East Coast tour?
Well, when you said yesterday, you asked me if I was tired. I was wondering what was wrong with me. Today's the first day I feel
Catch up.
normal.
Really? I feel like.
I slept hard though.
Did you? You've been going to bed early?
Ate a giant bowl of pasta and a whole bunch of fish. Thought I was
Where'd you
going to
go eat?
die. Via Veneto.
Thanks for the invite. That's fantastic.
Well, no, because I actually went there to help a friend of mine who's from out of town get a job. So I introduced him to Fabrizio. It was all business.
He's getting a job at the restaurant?
Yeah, it was all business.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I didn't want to do that. I was tired. I was tired. I did a favor to both of them.
That's cool.
Yeah, put two good people together.
Nice.
Ate too much, drank great wine, and I
Sometimes
slept
you need
like
that,
a baby.
Sometimes you need that.
It was fantastic. There's nothing like sleeping really well, and then I yoga out, stretch it out, open my
I have to
chakras.
post a picture this morning on Instagram of me sitting there with coffee right before a live show. I think it was the sold-out Gramercy Theater, and you're doing yoga behind me.
That's right.
Good shot.
That's a great shot. I like that shot.
That's a fun shot.
Yeah, man. I also think for you it's even more tiring because number one, you don't sleep on the road. I do.
I can't.
You have trouble sleeping. And number two, this is still a little bit new for you, so it's way more stressful for you.
Yeah, there's nerves.
Yeah, because you're performing in front of all those people is so crazy because you're being thrown right into the fire. I'm so used to it. You're not yet, and you shouldn't be.
Plus the VIPs afterwards, which I love. But when
it's a lot of work.
100 and some plus people afterwards.
I think that's the most exhausting part because you want to give everybody time.
You got to be on.
You got to be on, and also they're paying money, so I always make sure you make a human connection. Listen to them, hear them.
I'm not complaining at all. I do no sleepless nights. I'm fine.
Yeah. No, you do
it's
it.
It's just this week's. Yeah, it's been a.
Yeah, I think if you go 5-6 days the way we did with no sleep, or
get you.
waking
up, Google,
it'll
can
get you.
I die if
it'll
I
get
don't?
you.
Yeah.
It'll get you because you're trying to sleep on planes, which watching you nod off and your head kept slipping off. Your head, you were leaning against that window and your head just kept going, and I'm such a piece of shit that I was like, as I was reading, I was looking at you at the side of my eye. I was like,
Tell you what, man, there's no place like LA. I got in my car, had to do the gym, driving by the beach. Fuck. There's just no place like LA.
Well, that weather.
It's the best.
That weather.
It's the best.
Ugh.
There's nothing better.
Man. Got some tennis in, got some boxing in.
We're doing a, speaking of fight talk.
Fight talk.
We're doing a fight companion this Sunday.
Fight
with our friend,
companion!
Mr. Joe Rogan.
What time are those fights?
I think 6 or 7 p.m., right, Ev?
The prelims start at 4 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about those. When's the main card?
6.
There you go.
It's a fight companion.
So that 6 p.m. So, obviously I know Cody Garbrandt and Almeida and some of the other fights, but I went through this card this morning because I like to do a little bit of research before we do this campaign just to get my P's and Q's and dot my I's and T's.
Sure.
I's and T's.
Dot my I's and T's.
This should be called UFC Fight Night. Just fucking watch. It's the matchup wise.
Because it's so good?
Joe Silva and Sean Shelby have to put their thinking cap on because these aren't matchups where it's like number 5 versus number 4, the champ versus number 1 contender. They're matchups that will knock your socks off. I mean, I'm telling you, to me, matchup-wise and stylistic-wise, it's the best card this year by far. You break it down, especially the main card, you're like, Jesus Christ. Good luck giving out bonuses. Good luck. Everyone on this card is so game, and they're trying to make a name for themselves. There's not a lot of superstar power, but it's a lot of fucking monsters who bring it every single time. I went through the card. I was like, well, that's fight of the night. And I kept going, well, that's probably fight of the night. Okay, well, someone's getting finished there. Okay. Go through the entire card. It's like, holy shit. Joe Silva did his job on this one. This isn't one of those toss-up fight cards.
Right.
And now I'm sure, like I was in Whole Foods yesterday, and I was standing in line. Some guy goes, Shab, how about the UFC this weekend? What the fuck is that? I went, excuse me? He was, it's like, what can we get? I know it's free, but can we get something? I went, no, man. Look, if you look at the matchups, first of all, Cody Garbrandt, if you just want to go through this guy, is a monster at Team Alpha Male. He's only 25. He's knocking bitches out. He's basically the modern day Chuck Liddell at 145.
Wow.
People forget this dude can wrestle. His uncle was, I think, Olympic alternative boxing, so he got him boxing when he was young. I want to say, don't quote me, I want to say he was like 35-1 as a boxer, amateur boxer. So he's a monster boxing.
Jesus.
But then in high school, he was a monster wrestler and quit after, I think, his sophomore year just to focus on boxing. And then
sophomore year in college or sophomore year in high school?
Okay. But then, so stopped sophomore, still had offers from schools for Division I wrestling.
Wow. He's that good.
And academics.
So he'd been wrestling his whole life.
So he's been wrestling and boxing his whole life. So then he has a amateur.
Go ahead and bring this kid up. Let me look at him.
You know who Cody Garbrandt
No.
is? Kid with all tattoos.
Oh, sure.
Dime piece.
Yes. Good looking kid. He dated
Paige a while ago, yes.
Yes.
But he, this is his first main event. The guy he's fighting, Almeida, it's tough, man, because Almeida has 30-something plus fights. I think Cody can win this fight.
I didn't realize this until I looked up Almeida's schedule.
History?
His whole history. He's finished. He's won. He's undefeated.
I know. He's
and
undefeated.
2, he's finished every single person except one.
I think he's 22-0.
Yeah.
I think he's ranked number 7 in the
now,
world.
Has he finished with knockouts, or has it been mostly submissions?
Almost all knockouts.
Knockouts.
Jesus.
That's Cody's thing.
21-0. Every single one of them finished.
This
except
is my thing though. Cody's a guy. He has 4 fights in the UFC, right?
Yes.
4 fights in the UFC. He's not even ranked. I don't think. Is he? He's not ranked.
Unranked.
So you're tossing a guy who's 22-0, number 7 in the world, against Cody Garbrandt, who's 25. He's a young pup. You make him do his first main card, his first main event, 5 rounds
a monster.
What's the fucking rush?
Yeah.
Where's the rush now? I think Cody's probably gonna beat him. I think Cody can beat him. He's game. Again though, what's the rush? Why go from unranked to number 7? I don't get why you do this.
Right.
And Almeida's a great guy. Cody Garbrandt has all the tools to be a superstar. His look, the charity work he's done, if you look into that, his fighting style at 145, he's like Chuck Liddell. Great looking dude, markability. Yeah, man, this is your fucking guy.
Right.
Now you toss him into the fucking deep end.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. And you can say, well, when you get to the UFC, it's sink or swim. No, you stupid bitch. Let's come up with a plan. Let's come up with a plan for this kid's career. Because you toss him in the main event, number 7 guy in the world. What about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15?
Is the idea, though, maybe because they really think he can beat him and they want to jump him? They want to jumpstart him?
Jump to number 7? A guy who's 22-0? A Brazilian guy 22-0?
That's a tough guy.
What do you mean jumpstart him? It's fucking
How old is
tough.
Almeida?
They're both 24.
They're both young.
Both young lions.
I just don't get the it's a great matchup, and I think Cody has more knockout power, to be honest. And I think Cody's boxing technique is better than Almeida's. However, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
What about 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Now this coming from a guy who was tossed in the deep end and passed a lot of tests. Not this kind of test.
Yeah.
I didn't go from not ranked to number fucking 7 in the world to undefeated fighter in a 5-round fight. He's never been in a 5-round fight either.
Eesh.
And I love the matchup. I think it's gonna be a fun fight. I'm just saying, putting on my managing cap, putting on my business cap. Why? Why not build Cody up? He has all the tools to be a superstar. And
Give
at
him some
40, and
time.
at 45, you need superstars.
Give him some time.
You have Alda, who's old. You have Frank Yeager, who's old. You have all older guys, really. You look at the whole fucking list. Everyone's old. Then you got this young fucking lion in Cody Garbrandt. You beat number 7, then what? Then where are you gonna toss them? Henan Barao? Where do we go from here? Let's build the kid up.
Yeah.
Build him up. And he's a fucking knockout artist. He's a fucking knockout artist at 45. Can box his ass off.
Damn.
Can wrestle his ass off. Team Alpha Male says he's just this complete monster. He was born, raised in Ohio, moved from there to Team Alpha Male, just become the best.
Right. He's the guy.
I just don't get it. It's a great main event. I'm just saying, as far as if I'm his business manager, this whole sink or swim, tossing the lines is a great matchup. I get all that. I think Cody's going to do a great job. I think Cody's actually going to beat him.
Yeah, but don't you? But see, and I don't know.
Because
if
in
this
boxing, we don't do this.
No,
in boxing,
not at
we
all.
don't do this.
But also, and I don't know if this cuts across, because I know with heavyweights, we talk about how much older these guys are on. A lot of these guys who are like 40 now in heavyweight are actually better fighters than they were when they were younger, because mentally they're
That's
more
heavyweight,
there.
though. Heavyweights
well, that's what I'm
always break
saying.
down later.
That's what I'm saying. Is I wonder if that
because the last thing to go
holds
is
true.
power.
Okay.
So heavyweights can fight forever because
Right.
the power is the last thing to go. As a heavyweight, it's all power.
So
It's
lighter
not so
weights,
much footwork.
you want, you're not going to see that kind of guys peaking at 38 in lighter weights.
No,
Cause
no
it's
lighter
speed.
weights can be around at 38.
Yeah, it's just speed and all that
No,
stuff.
it's
a different
speed's
game.
the first thing to go. As soon as that's gone, you're toast.
Right.
Especially at 45, and there's a million 45ers. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think Joe Silva and Sean Shelby did a great job matching this card up. But I see that, I'm just like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Let's build the kid up. You want a superstar? You got one. But
Who else is fighting?
You want to just run through it?
The main card.
Run through the good ones.
Yeah, don't go through them.
You got to talk about Aljamain Sterling, Bryan Caraway.
Yeah,
That's a solid fucking fight.
good fight.
Yeah. Brian Caraway, who I
Misha
love.
Tate's girl, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
I
love
mean,
him. I love him.
boy.
I love him. I don't
Phenomenal
know.
fighter.
I don't know how exciting that fight is.
No, I'm not. I don't star that one.
Yeah.
ever.
Really?
No.
No, I'm into that one.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just skip
For
it.
sure, just do the main card though.
All right. First one on the main card is Josh Berkman versus Paul Felder.
Josh Berkman's one of those dudes, man. He's just such a veteran. He can sit there and stay within reach, and I don't know what it is. He's got such good defense. He's just fucking gritty, man.
I would say he has good defense. That's not how I define Josh Berkman. He's a guy who bites down his mouthpiece, caution to the wind, and just goes for it.
Really? Is that-
He's not good defense. He's a guy who he's been doing it so long. He knows he wants to make exciting fights. And versus Feldman, and Feldman's another dude. He's a wild dude. That's Cowboys.
Yeah, Felder's right out of the Cowboys ranch.
Yes. So you're talking about two dudes who just bite down, meet in the center of the octagon. Again,
I feel like
it's
Berkman
fireworks.
is more technical than that. Who did he fight? There was a guy. He fought
Hector Lombard.
Yes, and he's. I
He
felt
literally
like,
just all they did is sit there and
But
swing.
no,
for the
but
fences.
he was never standing in a place for Lombard to really unload. Like one of the things I was surprised at is I kept expecting Lombard to knock him out because Berkman was so within reach and Hector's much more explosive. But it felt like Berkman knew what he was doing technically. Like it looked like
He's
he
been
was
fighting for a while.
Right. Like it
I
looked
would
like
say
his
he's a
footwork.
technician. I'll call him a technician.
But his footwork looked like he was keeping himself out of like the power pocket. He was really good at doing that and being a nuisance. And I was just impressed. He's a serious veteran. How many fights does he have?
He has a ton.
Oh, he's got a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just one of those scrappy motherfuckers. Man.
Yeah, that's a good fight. Again, that's a fight. That's a fight of a night type of matchup.
Yeah.
It's a fun fight, man.
Yep. And then the next one up is Lorenz Larkin and Jorge Masvidal.
That's a fucking great fight.
matchup.
Masvidal, one of my favorite fighters to watch. He's been on a bit of a rough patch, but he's fun, man. He's a lot of fun. Lorenz Larkin. I mean, I'm trying to think how this fight goes down. Another exciting fight.
Who was the last guy Lorenz Larkin fought?
Oh, fuck. It was a really good one. I'll look it up real quick.
Because he fought Doomsday, right? Lost decision.
Yeah, Doomsday got cut.
Yeah.
After what fight?
It was he fought Albert Tumenov.
Oh, yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tumenov's obviously a monster.
Beast.
It
Seems like anybody whose last name is OV. Any of these Russian motherfuckers.
I never bet against Masvidal, especially when he's on, man. He has so many tools to be the best in the world. So many tools.
Crazy experienced.
Yeah, tons of fights.
Yeah,
Again,
he's seen every look out there.
What's his nationality?
great fight.
Masvidal?
Yeah.
He's He's Cuban?
He's Cuban or Dominican? Yeah.
He was Brazilian, but he's not.
No,
No.
Brazilian.
No.
He's one of those like Miami Beach Cuban guys.
Yes, trains out of Miami.
Masvidal.
Yeah, he's an ATT guy, I
Yeah,
think.
fucking monster. What
Yeah.
else you got, Ev?
Very good. Next one on the card is Chris Camozzi and Vitor Miranda, who looks exactly like his nickname, Lex Luthor. He's a Brazilian Lex Luthor.
He's the guy who lost in the tough finale in Brazil,
I
right?
believe so, yeah.
That's him.
Well, Camozzi took that fight against Jacare, I think.
Twice.
Twice.
On short notice.
On like
choked
8
out.
days' notice. And
He's won 2 in a row, though.
yeah,
since.
he's a bad motherfucker. But I mean, yeah, it's just
They're
funny
all
to watch.
bad, yeah.
It was just funny to watch. Camozzi's such a game guy to get in there, and it's that crazy armbar that came out of nowhere. We're like, huh? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
He's
I
won
was
2
like,
since then.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
won 2 since then.
Well, didn't he break-
Tough fight for Chris, man.
Camozzi broke the last guy he fought. He broke that guy's forearm, right? With I think he was kneeing. He drew. The guy was blocking with both hands, and he drew his knee into his forearm and.
Oh, you're thinking of Riggs. You're thinking Joe Riggs that when he
Yes.
broke his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he locked
Damn.
up that tie clinch and
Yeah.
just
Oof.
wrecked him
Yeah.
with some knees.
That was crazy.
I don't like to bet against Camozzi. He's a Denver boy. What else you got, Ev?
Tarek Safedine against Rick Story.
Safadine's out.
No, not anymore. He got
Really?
cleared.
What?
Doctors cleared him.
I love
What?
Tarek Safedine. He's such a badass.
Damn, he's back.
Yep.
He trains with Henderson in that camp, I think, right?
He bounces. He trains at Black House and then Henderson and those guys. He goes between the two. Tamika.
His
and
his
LA.
striking when he's on is just fucking high level. Although what I thought
He was off last fight though. Huh?
well, he was also like I remember that's when you saw how good Rory McDonald was, because I was like, Tarek Saffiedin's striking's on another level. And Rory was doing blocks that I'd never seen. Like he was doing these weird Muay Thai things where he's lifting his elbow, and took it to him. But having said that, that's Rory McDonald. But Saffiedin is.
Story hasn't fought in a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think it's been a while.
Who was the last guy Rick Story's fought?
The last guy Rick Story fought. Let's see.
I like Tarek Saffiedin though. Fun to watch.
Last guy Rick Story fought was Gunnar Nelson, October of 2014.
It's been a while, man.
Didn't he get
Correct.
submitted by Gunnar Nelson?
No, he lost. He dropped a decision, a split decision.
Okay.
Split decision, yeah. Yeah, it's
That
been
was a
while.
5-rounder too.
Yeah, Story's been out of the mix for a while. That's a tough comeback fight against.
Were you
Saffiedin.
telling me Rick Story was one of the smarter, more cerebral fighters? Is that
No, I do not know him at all.
you? Okay, someone was talking.
What
about
else you got, Ev?
Co-main event: Henan Barrow, Jeremy Stevens.
That's a
That's a
motherfucking
fucking
fight.
banger.
Ooh, I
Bang.
got Barrow on that.
That's a tough call, man. Stevens hit so hard. You know who Stevens knocked out cold? Dos Anjos.
What?
Yeah.
Knocked his head into about 10th row or so.
Yeah. Straight up.
Hold on.
Uppercut from
Ripped
out.
his head off.
Yeah.
And when?
Years ago. At 55.
Damn.
Yeah, people forget how powerful Jeremy Stevens is.
Oh,
But he's
boy,
fighting.
it's hard.
He's fighting
Boy,
at
it's
35
hard.
right now, right?
45.
Oh, he's fighting at
Henan Barrow
45.
came up.
He came up. Wow. Isn't Barrow in the same camp as
Jose.
Yeah.
He talked to Jose before moving up.
Wow.
They won't fight each other.
Right.
Be a great fight, though.
Damn.
That's a fucking fight.
Who you like in that one? Oh my, that'd be amazing.
That'd be so good. For sure, fight each other.
I know.
That won't happen. They won't fight each other too close. We'll see. Dude, Stevens, Barrow. See, Barrow lost to TJ, 1-1. Lost to TJ, 1. And then now he's fighting this one. God.
It may just be that TJ has his number, but I don't think anybody else does. You can't bet against Henan Barrow on this.
God, Stevens just hit so hard at 45.
Usually that's Henan's game.
I know. It's whoever lands
Like
first.
he's not exactly Mr. all over the place getting you with his footwork or anything.
No.
He's also
He's
40.
just a
He's
big
also
counter
now at 45. He'll be stronger, not as much a weight suck.
There's also something going on when a guy goes up weight classes usually.
Like
I
what?
mean, he was beyond drained making 35.
It could be good for him. That's a tough fight for Jeremy Stevens, no doubt.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a tough fight.
Uh-huh.
It's too bad it's not 5 rounds.
Yeah.
What else you got, Ed?
I like Jeremy as an underdog, though.
Is he a big underdog?
I would assume so.
It's not a bad
I don't
bet.
have the line
It's not a
pulled
bad
up,
bet.
but
Yeah.
It's not a bad bet.
Yeah.
No.
As hard as he hits at 45?
Yeah.
What else you got?
You can shut anyone's lights off.
Yes.
But the main event brings us to Thomas Almeida, Cody Garbrandt.
I love this fight. As a fighter, like I said, as a business manager, I don't like it for Cody, but I think it's too soon, too much. But I think he can pass the test. It's rare I bet against Cody. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go with Cody just because.
I think Almeida's for sure the favorite in this, by the way.
Yes.
100%. Fun fights, though. Like I said, they should call this UFC Fight Night. Just fucking watch. Because it's going to be tough to get the casual fan to be like, well, there's no Conor. There's no heavyweights. There's no Frank Mir. Whatever. There's no Donald Cerrone. No, I get that. I'm telling you, this card is stacked with just talented game fighters.
He's just stacked.
I like Cody's chances in this, too.
I do
Almeida gets hit.
I know.
He
And
doesn't
hits
have
like,
the best
I'm
defense.
telling you, man, Cody's like a little Chuck Liddell. Great takedown defense, phenomenal boxing, knocks dudes out.
Good hooks, you can get around that really high and tight traditional Muay Thai defense.
I like Cody.
Yeah.
It's off to the races. He beats number 7 in the world, though.
Oh,
Undefeated.
yeah.
Off to the races.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
get the winner of Henan Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah, if he finishes Almeida, I bet he gets one more and then title shot.
I don't see any of these going to the decision.
Nah, we're in for a
You
treat.
silly fucking judges. Take the night off, you dumbasses. Yeah, there's your fight talk. Boom.
It's exciting.
It's a good card, right?
Uh-huh. MMA.
MMA at its finest, y'all.
Mixed martial arts, that stands for, kids. You know, think of your brain as MMA, too. Everything should be MMA. You've got to be ready for all situations. Do you know what I mean, guys?
Dude, I was doing a audition the other day, and they didn't know what mixed martial arts was. Try describing that to people who have no idea what it is.
Kicking, punching, submission.
It's kind of like...
It's fighting.
Well, you can't say that, though. Because they go, huh?
Yeah.
If you say, well, it's just fighting, then you can't say that.
They didn't know what MMA was.
No.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is that?
Well, what people don't realize, there are a lot of people that don't know what MMA is. It's still not a mainstream sport.
No. Yeah, we still have
As
a ways
much
to
as
go.
people think it is, it's just not a mainstream sport.
No, not compared to...
You still hear most people go, that's the cage fighting stuff?
Oh, I
Yep.
get that. Oh, my God. How could you do that? Bitch, it's 2016.
Who was the actor who was like, you don't do that shit, do you?
Casey Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Come on, man. He's like, try talking me out.
You're smarter. What are you doing?
I think you're smart. Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't like when people do that. Shut up, Casey Affleck. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
See, I like it.
Fuck all that. Well, yeah, okay, I want to live in a world without MMA. Go fuck yourself.
No, I don't want to live a world without MMA.
Why would you do that? Because you can. Because I can and you can't. And I did it on a high level. Shut up.
No, I'm kind of with him. It's cool because me and him were working out together and know each other, and I think he was like, come on, man.
Why are you working out, Casey? Well, come on, don't work out. You're wasting time, man. So
But
you
that's
can be
not-
more of a muscular actor.
But that's not dangerous to your health, B.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look at me. You're not a fighter. Yeah. So I think with
Doesn't
him,
matter.
I think with him it was more of like we were hanging out. I was talking about all this other stuff.
I know, I
didn't
hear
tell
you.
him I was fighting, and he was like,
I-
"Oh man, like more the danger thing."
I understand and I hear it. The problem that I have with that is I don't like when people go, oh man, why would you do that? Like that's for dumb people, or that's for.
No, he didn't say it was dumb
I
for
know,
people.
I know. But it strikes me when people do that, for me it has a condescending nature.
Oh, not
to
me.
it.
As a
Yeah.
professional fighter for many years, I find it enduring because they're
Endearing?
like,
Endearing?
yeah, because it's like if I meet a pretty girl and she goes, "Oh, I'm gonna start doing MMA," I'm like, "Whoa, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that?
yeah. I
What are you
know.
doing?
I just think it's such
There's
an
better
awesome,
ways to make money."
Yeah, but it's an awesome sport. So again, if you do it, I have said this to people. They're like, I want to get an MMA. I look at them, I go, you want to be a champion? I mean, you think you can be a champion? Because if you don't, really think about that. Like, there's a lot of
Well, if they're asking you if they should get MMA,
no. If
it's already
if
too
they
late.
say it, it's like you look at them and you go, the rewards versus the cost for most people are maybe not where that's at. I just don't like when people are like, oh, like when you go, oh, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? You're a smart guy. No, you can be a smart guy and do MMA. I mean, it's.
I think you're looking at it wrong.
I probably am, but I
You're
don't,
looking at it completely wrong.
yeah.
A lot of fighters ask you if they should
He
get
didn't
an
mean
MMA.
it that way. Yeah, no, a lot of
Hey,
fighters.
bro, hey, B. I know you're an actor.
No. That's not what I'm
comedian.
saying. Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I do understand saying to somebody who's going to get into MMA and looking at them and going, think long and hard. There are way better ways to make a living or...
It depends on the situation.
Of course
I'm
it
always
depends.
very careful.
Of course.
Because if it's all they got, that's a passion, fucking do it, man.
Yeah.
Do go as hard as you
Right.
can. Do it.
Yeah.
Fucking do it. Because you never know what road it's going to take you down.
Right.
You might not have a lot of options. You might not have education. Fucking do it,
Yeah.
but just do it fully.
Yeah.
Chance of you being Conor McGregor, yeah, but someone getting acting, okay. Chance of you being Morgan Freeman,
Well,
not
just don't
good.
be 30 and deciding to get into it after you haven't.
That's tough.
Yeah.
If it's a young kid, yeah.
Yeah,
man,
young
do it.
kid and you got a passion for it. But, you see these guys.
If you're 30 plus and you come in and say you want to get MMA,
Not a good idea.
Again, I'm gonna look at
By
you
the way-
just like people ask me about the tips and go, "Fuck you, fuck you."
Yeah.
Why? I'm doing you solid here.
Yep.
It ain't for you.
No.
30? And you think it's your passion?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, the passion came too late, man.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, brother.
It's not your passion.
I'll tell you
Hey,
what.
at 30, if it
get,
hits you-
get and watch it. Get and watch it.
Just watch.
Hey, get and take a couple classes and watch it.
How about you go get a membership at the UFC gym and get your feels off there?
Yeah.
Get your
Yeah, you
rocks
gotta
off
do
at
it.
the UFC gym.
Come to the Bryan Count School of Boxing. We'll move around, hit some mitts.
Well, why don't you watch some UFC Unleashed on Fox Sports 1 and jack off, get your rocks
There
off.
you go. There you go. Yeah.
Forget getting hit in the face.
Yeah.
You'll be careful,
It's
man.
a tough one.
Yeah, I think you're looking at that wrong. I think most people are pretty cool.
I'm
about
sure
it.
he was
You're
being-
also talking about a guy
he
who
was
fought,
being- he
you're talking
was
about a guy
being
who
cool.
fought for 10 years, too. It's not like I've never fought and he's trying to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was coming from a good place for him.
Great
right?
place. Yeah. Good guy. Really good guy.
Yeah.
Let's do some current events with Evan, the guy.
Evan,
Still haven't landed
the
on anything
guy,
better
the
than that, huh?
beard.
Evan, just the guy.
Evan, the guy.
Disappointed in you two. Thought you'd come up with something better by now.
Look, you're looking good. I'll tell you that much. You're a cute
Okay.
kid. You're a
Cutie
cute
Pie
kid.
2000.
Yeah.
That's what the kids say.
I might give you a couple kisses on your cheek and your nose.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that. Always
might-
welcome kisses from Uncle Callan.
I might be like, you got some chubby cheeks and a button
It's
nose
Daddy
and a
Callan.
chinny
It's
chin.
Daddy Callan.
Yeah.
You know, you if you want to go get your haircut from his barber, we can set that up.
We can arrange a thing or two.
Papa Callan.
Papa Callan.
People call me Daddy.
They do call you
Too bad
Daddy.
I'm not big because I want to be called Big Daddy.
Nah,
Big
you'll
Papa.
never be Big Daddy.
No.
Big Papa.
You know, there's
Like
something
your
about
kids never can call you Big Papa.
no,
not in
and
the
there's
card
something
thing.
awesome about when you're a big like you're gonna be a big old man with money,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be Big Papa, and you're gonna come in and go, hey, big smile, look at his ears, like hey, big wads of cash. It's Big Papa. Big Papa Shaw. Hey,
Big
oh,
Bad Papa.
and then, by the way, Keto Kid will be so done. Oh, you got the cake?
I just popped that out of my ear.
Mom, you made some good cake.
My mom made cake.
No, your girl, you call her
Oh,
mom.
yeah. Oh, gotcha.
You'll have 6 kids. They'll have kids. Just Papa, Big Papa.
It's a good time.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Sitting there with a belly.
Loud. Gold teeth.
Yep.
Be sick.
You guys got to come on the cruise.
No, I hate cruises.
Okay. You got to come on the old, come down. We rent, we have the house down in Malibu. Come on down.
Yeah, there you go.
More the merrier.
What am I laughing at? Dude.
What? A Papa Shaw. Give me another piece of mutton. Oh,
Mutton? That's my future?
Nothing like getting my wang worked, but I've got a mouthful of mutton.
Hey, will you be alive then?
You hear about Bryan? I went to jail for being a perv.
Went to jail? You're in jail now when we're older?
I was fucking stealing money from firing the kid for the fucker. He had a drug
Fired
problem.
the kid. Had to turn him in. Had to turn him in.
Give me more cake. Can I eat lamb and cake? Fucking all the stress got to me. It's going to cut my belly. I'm going to work on my...
Let's do some current events without in the body.
I like lamb and cake in my mouth while somebody works my shaft.
Boom. What do you got, Ev?
All right. First one. This got sent to me by a ton of fans of the show. They want you to talk about the BMX biker Dave Mira, who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in February of this year. Got diagnosed with CTE. They did the full brain scan kind of deal. Rampant CTE.
I know, man.
First extreme sports athlete to get diagnosed with that.
And it's we're going to see a trend here. Jason Ellis hates when I bring it up, but you know he's getting punched in the face at these Ellis manias, and he's like, I know, I don't want to fucking hear it. I know it's bad for my brain. Well, dude, you have an entire history of concussions and skateboarding, doing all this crazy shit. That road does not end well, man.
Yeah.
That self-destruction shit does not end well. I care about the guy. I love the guy. So maybe this Dave Mara stuff, I think people will start thinking twice. It's good to think about. Again, this is Dave Mara, one of the greatest of all time, BMX of all time. Just wait. You can soundbite this all you want. Wait till the numbers come out on mixed martial artists in 20 years. Huh? Just wait for it, man. The number's going to be staggering.
Getting your bell rung that often in practice.
Staggering, man.
Yeah.
And also, our sport's so new, we don't realize what we were doing to our brains. Like me and Shane talked the other day, and I was like, dude, remember what we used to do? How hard we used to go? We didn't even think about it. And now, if you ask me to train like that, I'm like, get the fuck
Because
out
you used
of
to
here.
throw up in your car, which is
yeah,
clearly
man.
a concussion.
I know.
I mean,
So, and being more educated now, and these BMXers and extreme X Games guys and skateboarders and all that shit, and then MMA, I'm telling you, man, this new wave. And we see how football players are affected by it. It's a problem. But again, it's what you
can't
it's
measure.
what you sign up for.
You can't measure CTE, which I didn't know until after you're dead.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
There's certain symptoms that you know that you might be a little punchy.
Yeah.
But without examining the actual brain, seeing
Right.
all the stuff, there's nothing you can do.
What does CTE look like? Do you know?
Yeah, I from that movie, The Concussion, and if you look online too, it looks like the nerve endings are like black. They're just dead all around the brain.
Really? Fuck.
It's trouble, man. But again, I don't think anyone's like, bro, that BMXer just laying on his head. He'll be fine. It's kind of like, oh, that's not good.
Snowboarding is this way now too.
All extreme sports. That's what I said. Yeah. So when you land on your head, I think we all assume it's not good. Any of this great, you get punched in the head, kicked in the head, biking, skateboarding, all this X game shit. It's not great for your health.
Yeah.
Again, is it worth it to you? Then keep doing it.
Right.
But I think it's better to know the repercussions. You can't live in a world without BMXing, skateboarding, fighting.
You can't, but the problem is what's interesting is that the more you know, the sometimes it can kind of ruin the sport for you. So like when I would watch knockouts, it was like fucking awesome, you know. And now that I know what happens to the brain, and I'm watching these, I don't get watching best UFC knockouts is not something I click on when it's suggested in my YouTube thing. I just don't want to see it. I
think it's weird. The NFL, like you won't see NFL on NFL Network top 10 hits of the year anymore. They go away from that.
I bet.
You turn on Fox
That's
Sports.
interesting. That's
turn
interesting.
On Fox Sports, you see top 10 knockouts.
Yeah.
And you want to be taken as a serious sport?
That's true, man. You know, I get it. People want to see this stuff, but what you're really watching is somebody maybe getting irreversible brain damage in the long run.
Taking years off their life. But
Yes.
again, that's what we tune in for, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to see the big knockout.
Well, they say
Canelo knocking out Khan. That's what we wanted.
They say that race car driving has always been watched because there's a possibility somebody could die. That's part of the allure. It's not just cars going around in a circle, but a lot of
Very
fans
rare
watch
someone
that.
dies in race car driving. Very, very rare.
Is it?
Not
Used to be.
Oh no, it's so rare. I
I
think
think
the last
Formula
guy-
One was in the 70s and 80s and even 90s was really, really dangerous.
I think it's so rare now. No one's dying.
Just because
anymore.
of the way they have
the
technology.
Not a guy in NASCAR.
Because if you
died
watch
in-
Rush, I remember they were talking about the chances of you dying were so high, it was
in
ridiculous.
F1 and Formula 1,
Yeah.
probably higher. But NASCAR,
I guess that was
there
also,
hasn't
by
been
the
a
way, that
guy.
was also the 70s and
It's all in the
80s.
70s and 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
But with Dave Mayer, that's fucking heartbreaking, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know, but again, as a kid, if you're growing up BMXing or skateboarding, you always think it's not gonna happen to you. Playing football, get concussed, I'm like, I'll be fine. Fighting, it's like, yeah, but that's not gonna happen to me. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
It's
Well, sports
scary,
like
man.
that too, you got to think, like, especially when you're just starting, you're kind of feeling it out, learning the sport. I mean, did you always wear headgear? Did Dave Mirra always wear a helmet? Probably not. Probably most of the time when he was growing up, he probably didn't. Probably took a shitload of concussions when he was a teenager, just, fucking around on his bike before he started even, doing pro competitions and obviously wearing, safety gear.
I think, again, it's good to be aware, but you can't live in a world that's super cautious or, we can't have knockouts and BMXing and skateboarding. Also, I don't think in general society gives a fuck. They want to see these gladiators, and if they end up dying, it's whatever. I got to be honest. I think the average fan's like, whatever, man. That's what they do. That's the world we live in. I think if studies actually came out said cell phones to your ear is actually bad from all the radiation, I guarantee you cell phone sales do not drop.
I know.
People are addicted to their phones.
We just figure a way
We
around
text
it.
and drive. Think about how bad text and driving is. What?
Oh, yeah.
It's horrible. Everyone still does it.
Yeah.
Because you don't think you're going to be the one that gets in the wreck. I'm the exception. No, you're not, bitch. You're just like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's the world we live in.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Next one we got is Paige VanZant took second. She took second place on Dancing with the Stars. The finals were last night.
I saw like the little recap when they announced, but the night before, I've never watched Dancing with the Stars this season. I've seen some of it, but I watched this season, just the last episode before the voting ended and they picked a winner. And I saw I didn't know Paige was going up against a deaf guy. No shit, you lost. No shit. Oh, the hot pretty girl has it all, who's the complete package, UFC fighter, beautiful. Or the deaf guy who can't even hear the music, who's dancing his fucking ass off, and he's a dime piece.
Deaf
Oh, he's a
guy.
model, and he's deaf. And everyone claps like this, and he can't hear the music. Hey, man, if someone said, hey, Paige is going against a deaf guy, oh, really? She's going to come in second place. I could have told you that. You can't vote for the dime piece who can fight her
coulda
ass
told you
off,
that.
or for the deaf. I mean, what? It's not even competition. But of course she fucking won.
I got good cars.
Even if Oprah tweeted out, hey, I will never do another show unless you vote for Paige, we root for the deaf guy over the hot blonde.
That's right.
That's how it works. I watched that deaf guy's last dance. I was emotional. Like, God damn. He did a dance for deaf people. Oh, and he did that song that you like. The fucking rock guy sings it. I think it's a Johnny Cash song. You know what I'm talking about.
Right. I think so.
You know exactly. You went, God,
Oh, hurt. I touch myself. I cut myself so I can today.
I think that's it.
So I can feel whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Everyone I know goes away in the
I think that's it.
end.
Yeah, God, that's the terrible version of it. But God, that's bad.
That's my Johnny Cash.
Good Lord. But that, no, it wasn't Johnny Cash. I forget what song it was, but that shit was emotional.
Well, Trent Reznor
Everyone was crying too. I was standing on my feet like this. That's how you clap for deaf people. I was like this. Bravo.
Damn, that's how you clap?
Bravo, bitch.
Really?
Bravo, man.
One of the most emotional things was my sister graduated from Northwestern, which is one of the best business schools, MBA programs, period. And my brother-in-law, my sister, and I was at the graduation, and this kid goes up, and they're starting to clap like really hard. And he gets the fucking award and turns and looks at the audience, and everybody just jumps to their feet and screams. He was blind.
Oh, nice.
It was so cool. I never forgot that because he walked up on his own, got it, turned, and held it just to kind of, it wasn't for him.
Just
it was
to feel
like,
it.
And he was also acknowledging the help and the support he'd gotten. I'd never seen an auditorium stand on their feet and make that kind of noise. It was really
pretty cool.
There's something amazing and glorious about shit like that. Do you remember that movie Vision Quest?
Well, think about Dancing with the Stars. They're going off cues off music. They're going off the beats.
Dude, I just realized.
Fuck the blind kid.
I just realized what it means for a deaf guy to win.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Fuck your sister's story.
Oh, no.
He's deaf. Dance with the Stars.
Oh, no.
Can't hear music.
I wasn't really thinking about that.
What are you talking about?
You need your ears for dancing.
And to link up with the music.
What?
He won going based off just his eyesight. No rhythm.
No. Hey, maybe. Maybe he was like,
hi,
I'll follow your.
I'm the world. How you doing? Fucking welcome to Earth.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Unless maybe it's super easy because you just follow what you're supposed to do.
No, what are you talking about? Don't discredit this guy. Yeah. He's deaf on a dancing show. He can't hear rhythm.
Hey, maybe.
And he can't even look at. He's not looking at her dancing. He's just going off his own shit.
Jesus.
It's nuts.
Jesus.
Let's not discredit the deaf guy who won.
Maybe he can hear a little. Maybe he can hear a little bit.
No, he can't hear at all. Man.
I like to ruin it.
It's nuts, man. Don't be a hater. It to me, and when he won, everyone was emotional, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Crazy.
It's incredible.
Hey, UFC. But of course, Paige didn't win.
Yeah.
But of course.
Well, you
song. Was it Simon and Garfunkel's Sound of Silence covered by Disturbed?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good song.
Do you have it?
I don't. I just looked up the article, though.
I have it on my phone.
It's going to take Brian 10 minutes to get this.
Don't worry about it.
We'll get it last show.
But you know what? Beethoven, who created a lot of his great music when he was deaf.
Playing the song isn't going to do shit if we can't see the dance.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's brilliant. Brilliant. It was really good. But Paige got the high score, like 30 out of 30.
Paige had the highest overall score. If it went no fan voting, it was just off of the judges' scores, Paige would have won.
Fast forward it. This is too slow.
We can't play like a 4-minute song on
no.
here.
Just go to like...
In restless dreams I walked alone.
Dancing this deaf dude. You can't hear it.
Narrow streets of cobblestone.
I gotta see this shit.
Neath the halo of a street lamp.
It was emotional,
hey, dude,
for sure.
Guess what?
And I didn't even see one.
You know that the two things I do is I watch So You Think You Can Dance, and I watch The Voice and cry. I don't really cry, but those are my two secret gardens when I'm on the road. I watch all those fucking things, so I'll be watching that shit. Can't believe I missed it.
It's over, Brian.
But this is Dancing with the Stars.
No, it's over.
Yeah, but I can watch it.
Yeah, we all send you to YouTube. Yeah, this should be on there. It's crazy that guy won, though, right?
Fuck.
I'll tell you what's crazy is I didn't know Paige's parents owned a dance studio. That's why she's so brilliant at it.
Yeah.
Because they've had like Chuck Liddell, Jerry Rice, Von Miller, and they're all like stiff
Randy
as
Couture.
fuck. Randy Couture.
That was rough.
He was so stiff.
Oof.
But Paige is she can dance her ass off.
Yeah.
She's also in the next kickboxer movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Sure as hell is.
Damn.
Little girl's killing it.
Nice deal for her out of this, right?
Fuck yeah.
Got some cash, got a movie deal.
Dude, they
got
need
some
a star for her. If she should keep doing this.
After Ronda yelled at her, come on.
Because then Joanna's sitting there like, come on, bitch, let's dance. You think you're a dancer? Let's dance, bitch.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Oh,
and
you want to be a dancer? I'm gonna show you a dance.
Let's go ahead and not fight Joanna.
Nah, let's keep doing movies and dancing our sexy ass off.
Of course.
Yeah, great looking girl.
Yeah.
But Joanna, she's not dancing. She throwing bows.
Joanna? No.
Joanna goes, huh? Huh? You want to be deaf like him?
She gonna unload.
I'm gonna throw some bows at your ears.
She gonna unload.
She gonna load.
Unload on your face.
Okay.
You know
That's
what I
nasty,
mean?
man.
With her fists and her
What else
knees.
you got, Ev?
All right.
You would love it. You gotta watch it.
I'm all
It's
over
like,
it.
damn.
pissed that
I've
I
never
didn't.
seen one.
I'm
And I
pissed
was
off.
like, let's see if Paige, let's see how good she can dance. And this the deaf guy. I didn't know he was deaf at first, but then I saw like them introducing him, and so I did a little research on it. Like, oh shit, he's deaf and he's a model.
God damn.
I mean, it was emotional. I haven't seen one dance all season. I was like, oh my god, I hope he wins.
No, now that sounds like he was doing a slow thing. Was he doing a?
It's not slow. Wait till you see it.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's fucking crazy.
I'm all over it.
All right, next one that we have is from the CDC, who published a survey that found
Center for
that
Disease Control.
yes, that Americans are fatter than we have ever been.
What? Really?
Yeah, I know. I was kind of surprised by that too.
After all this
interesting
keto
stat
talk?
there was that the rate of obesity in the U.S. is continuing its upward march, and in 2015, 30% of Americans 20 and older said that they were obese.
Are you surprised?
I am because I
Oh,
travel
really?
a lot and I thought people were getting skinnier
No.
and
Bryan
working out
Callen.
more.
Brian the Kid Callen.
Wow.
When we travel, the
Wow.
first thing we say is Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you see some fatty pants. But I thought it was getting
We've
better.
never once been on the road. You'd be like, man, this city is fit. Not once.
Well, I thought it was getting better though.
Oh, I didn't at all. I could have told you this. This doesn't surprise me the least bit.
I thought it was getting better too.
Oh, I didn't at all.
Damn.
Where does how you're living in our ignorant?
But wait.
No, because
worlds.
you look at the food. You look at the food options. You look at the commercials. It's all fast food. It's all shit. It's all, it's not good.
We're in LA too, so it's easy to get blinded.
So-
Not really. You go to Disneyland. Let me know how it goes when you go to Disneyland. Go to fucking Busch Farms. You're like, Jesus Christ.
So is that I'm going to piggyback a dropping knowledge off of that. I hadn't one dropping knowledge, but I think I'm going to piggyback something else. This is interesting. So we are the fattest we've ever been, right? Are we
Correct.
done with fan questions?
Well, this would be current events.
We're still in
current events.
events.
Are we done? Are we done with current events?
No.
You want to save it?
Yeah, we'll save it. I'm going to piggyback
Is
this.
it about people being fat?
Yeah.
Good.
And how it
What else
happened.
you
Okay,
got?
we'll jump right back into that after this last current event. So this last current event is pretty simple. It's really weird though. So Shia LaBeouf, noted actor,
I'm
kind
a
of
fan.
generally crazy person.
I'm a fan.
His new art project is him posting his GPS coordinates, and then whoever picks him up can take him wherever they want, and he films it.
It's awesome.
Not really.
Sounds like a recipe for getting murdered.
Yes.
I was going to say.
Did he run out of creative ideas?
I was going to say, is he looking to get butchered?
Yeah.
Oh, but for what? Does he need more publicity? And you take him wherever?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bitch. I need a carpool. I'm going down to Orange County.
He just tweets out his GPS coordinates, and whoever comes and picks him up at that location
That's so
has
interesting.
him for the day, I guess.
What?
Hey, man. Hey, bro.
Is he
You
not,
bored?
What's the last movie he made?
And he's doing it for the next 30 days. So he's doing this for a month.
What's the last movie he made?
He was just
Oh,
at
he did that.
cons to pitch in some movie.
The last movie I remember him being in was that one with Tom Hardy and some other guy, and it was fucking awesome.
Oh, he was amazing in that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
About the.
Little Brothers?
Yes.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
what is that movie called?
good.
I want to see it.
It's
now.
going to drive me insane. I'm going to look it up.
It's good.
It's
And
what?
It's on Netflix.
it's so good.
What's it called?
Tom
it's-
Hardy's in it. The great actors are in it. Really good actors. And it's about they're selling hooch.
Yes.
Yes. He was in Disturbia. He's in all the Transformers.
Flawless.
Lawless.
That's what it was. That movie
Lawless?
was awesome.
Good?
Oh, brilliant.
Super good.
Shia LaBeouf to me is an amazing actor, man.
Yeah,
he's a little
very
beast.
fucking talented.
He's a little crazy, which is what you want.
Well, I think he just hates celebrity or something. Like, he just hates the whole.
He does weird stuff.
I think he's kind of a macho guy who, like, this happens with a lot of actors. They're like, I wear makeup and I make believe, and it really bothers
He
me.
hates it.
Yes, there are a lot of guys who are like, I don't feel like a man, and so.
But if you hate celebrity,
Fucking
I
fights.
think he's just weird. Because if you hate celebrity, would you tweet out your coordinates so people could pick you up and take you around? If you hated being in public eye, would you do all this crazy shit all the time?
It's
Like
honestly,
show up to the red carpet with a paper bag.
honestly, it's also a young man's mistake.
Yeah, just doing weird shit.
Yeah,
Don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, some people who get what they want, and I see it a lot.
He's 29. He's not like
yeah,
an
but
18-year-old.
remember he started.
been famous
remember,
forever.
yeah, it happened with Spielberg saw him, and it happened when he was
kid
very
actor,
20.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, more
younger than that.
Killing it on Even Stevens back in the day.
Yeah. And I
Really
think that what happens is you work so hard to get this sort of idea of what you think is going to be status, reputation, money, and quote unquote success. And of course, it's the old story. And by the way, especially being a celebrity or being an actor, the amount of time you spend doing things like photo shoots or guest appearances and answering the same questions, and then you're doing movies. Well, you know a little bit about making movies. If people saw what movies are really about, you are sitting around waiting all the time. I mean, Alec Baldwin was like, I hate doing movies. Like, why? He said, 15 minutes of it is acting. The rest of it is literally waiting around. That's not an exaggeration. I'm talking about 15 minutes in the day. And you're doing the same thing over and over. After a while, you will get a little crazy, especially since a lot of the pressure of being an actor, I'm sorry, a lot of the pressure of the movie being a success is resting on your shoulders. There's just a lot of shit that goes on. So I think what happens with people like that is they get there and they realize that it's not what it was chalked up to be.
Certain people are also
and they get a
pushed
little
into
crazy.
it. Like maybe he didn't want fame, and now he's just boom.
Exactly.
He's a brilliant actor.
Exactly.
I think he's great. Disturbia. Is the Indiana Jones? Remember? I mean,
Yeah,
he's in
these
all
kids,
this shit.
because remember, I mean, Shia LaBeouf has been doing it for 20 years probably, right? Since he was 10. And that's why they're so good. You see these child actors and they get up there and by the time they're 29.
It's also why he's so weird.
Yeah, man.
Think who's he gonna hang out with? Who can relate?
Well, this is the other thing. Is
Who's he gonna relate to?
when I do the Goldbergs, it's a lot of kids and they're all homeschooled. They don't do sports. They don't go to school. They're homeschooled. And by the way, that also means when I did Seventh Heaven, those kids were schooled. They grew up on a set around adults.
And that
they
dad
grew
was trying
up.
to fuck him, if you remember.
Well, I'm not going to comment on that, but sir, damn it, and he was a friend. Ah, fuck, and now I just can't call him, and I still have his number in my phone,
text him,
and I like him, but I just can't. I can't. What am I going to call? What
can't be friends.
How do I call a pedophile?
Hey man, how you doing?
Well, what am I going to say?
Not fucking good, Bryan.
Hey man, hey, listen, I know you're an international pariah, and it's completely over.
Want to get a beer?
Hang in. Hey,
Want to get a beer and talk
can't be seen with you or talking to you, and I'm going to burn your number. But here's the thing. And if you say that I called you, I'll deny it. But here's the thing. Wishing you all the best. Stay away from kids. Bye-bye. Like, what do I say to a pedophile? It's
You
so
can't
fucked
be
up.
my friend.
I mean, you definitely can't. That is actually
I
where...
can't associate with you.
Unfortunately, that's where I got to not call you
You're
anymore.
literally dead to me.
Yeah.
I think you're dead.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to block your number.
Unfortunately, you pedophile, you can't.
I used to love Seven Heaven. I can't watch reruns.
No,
Knowing
and
you like
he
to
was
fuck kids.
I used to crack him up. Great guy. We had a lot of scenes together. I
Yeah.
loved him. The last person, like just
I bet.
a real,
How long ago? Was that about 7 years ago?
100% babysit my children. Babysit my children.
Yeah,
100%.
you just had kids. Of course,
Yeah.
he was friendly.
Of
to you.
course. Oh no! Look, apparently,
Hey Bryan, I know you're busy, man. You a babysitter?
the girl was 13.
Dude, don't you make a ton of money? Why do you need to babysit my kids?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to be a friend here. I want to help you out.
I read the deposition where he was like, I showed her my erection, and she's like, his wife's like, did you touch it? He goes, yes. No, I don't know. I don't remember. Well, all right. If there's confusion about your hard dick and a child,
You're dead to me.
Yeah, I can't. You're just not allowed to be walking around. Now,
You're dead to me.
but those kids basically would go to school. So between takes,
They're studying history
I
and
swear
shit?
to God, they go, you got school. And they'd go for 15 minutes, sit down, and
It's no way to live.
it's not, well, you just don't have any connection with other kids. You're
I'll
not,
tell you whose kid's not getting into
socialized.
that. Little Brown.
No,
Not a choice.
me neither. I'm not letting my kids do that. I don't think it's good for you.
No.
And I do think it makes it for a weird person.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yes.
Name one child actor you know who's just a great person to be around.
Yeah.
Go ask Lindsay Lohan how it turned out. Huh?
Yeah. I spent some time with Lindsay, as you know.
Yeah, I know.
In Bora Bora.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
She
liked the way the cocaine tastes.
she's got some things to work out, apparently.
And work out this dick.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a parent trap, huh? How would you trap this fat dick in your mouth?
All right, listen. I'm going to ask you.
Hey, you're in Mean Girls, huh? You know what else is mean?
Yeah.
This fat dick.
No. Okay, look, man. Sir, I'm going to ask you to please have some respect for the redhead. All right. She's a good girl. I don't appreciate that.
Hey, your parents were on celebrity rehab. How about you rehab this dick in your mouth?
Excuse me.
Too much?
You're being very rude to the redhead. I'd like you to check.
I was a
yourself.
fan too.
She's a cutie pie.
Dude, she was killing the game for a while.
Yeah.
Again, another famous childhood actor that just went.
That's a disease, though. That's more.
batshit
That
crazy.
alcoholism is a type of disease. Sir, please have some. I feel like
I'm famous. I have so much money. Help!
I feel like you're not being sincere.
For sure,
when you're
make Mean
crying.
Girls too and shut your fucking trap.
All right. Well, she's a little older now. So
I know, but like Mean Girls too. Now they're grown ups and they're mean.
Ah.
Now you in the real world.
Now you
Mean
in the
Girls too.
real world.
Real world.
Real
Mean Girls
world.
too. Office Space.
Mean Girls, and now you got options. Time to go to Chatsworth and do some porn.
Hey, bro. Hey, Mean Girls too. How it really turns out, and they're in the valley.
This redhead gives new meaning to head.
All right, you know what?
Hey, redhead.
Yeah.
Redhead head. Redhead good head.
Well, that's
Redhead.
You got to move on from that.
I'm trying to think of a red. Why is my head red? Oh, from the redhead.
This is
See?
terrible.
You started this shit.
No, not that bad.
I am
joke.
trying. I'm
See,
trying.
I'd go up to like red.
Oh, that bad joke.
You like strawberries? Me too.
Mean Girl, how about putting this meat thing in your mouth? That's really witty.
Red
You
head
fucking-
head.
I'm
At least I'm
trying.
making a real reference.
I'm trying,
You're a
bro.
professional comic.
I'm trying.
Your best joke was red head.
I'm trying.
Hey, look at me. You're fired.
Nah.
You got to
Nah.
drop your knowledge.
Yeah.
God, please redeem yourself.
Well, you know, this obesity epidemic can actually be traced back.
Hey, I love how you go to
Red.
Lindsay Lohan suck your dick to obesity.
I know. I mean,
That's our
I'm
show.
trying to.
That's our
It's
show.
so outrageous. God damn it. God,
Spider,
I
before
have
you got
a
a little bit
weakness.
of
I got a
everything.
weakness for redheads.
It depends, man.
Ooh.
I don't have a type. My type is hot. How about that?
I agree, but man, when a girl's got red hair and
I haven't seen a
freckles,
hot redhead in quite
big
some
old
time.
ample angry breasts, and a round red rump. Oh,
A red rum?
sure, and a fire crotch, if you know what I mean.
Hey, man.
Things are super pink.
Talking about
when
that
you got
cinnamon ass.
you got yourself a ginger, girls are super pink. Takes a lot less sun to produce much needed vitamin D, and things are, I call it the super pink.
And then
down
they got
there.
that Apple Jacks asshole.
God damn it! I don't know what the fuck I'm involved in. I can't do it anymore. Apple Jacks, asshole. Like, who are you?
Apple Jacks or cinnamon?
I don't know, man. Who do you think you are? We have sponsors on this show, bro. I can't. I have
I don't know
work
where
to
that reference
do.
came
I
from.
got shit to do, and you just throw shit out there.
Cinnamon toast.
All right, man. No, I don't want to hear it now. Please, I'm trying to create some class. This is my career, dude. I can't
ruined both
be part of this shit.
What's wrong
I got
with Apple Jacks
I got
assholes?
sucked into this shit, and all I talk about is
You started
dicks
it.
and hey, Barbara Dick, oh, pomade. Like, what the fuck? I can't anymore. I can't.
Quit.
I'm quitting. After this dropping knowledge, I gotta quit.
All right, go.
All
man.
right.
Please tell us about obesity kids.
I want you to look up a guy named Ansel Keys, all of you. Ancelkeys. He was a physiologist out of the...
Keys?
Yeah, he was a... Anti-intellectual.
No resistance.
He literally stuck his thumb out, thumb out. I mean, his tongue out,
I was trying
and he
to really
and he
do
gave
it.
and he plunged his thumb downward, like down, thumbs down, like that. That's what I was saying.
You're like, yeah, Kate. Oh.
Yeah. He was
All
a
right, go ahead.
physiologist at Cornell University, and he did what's called the 7 continent study. He did a bunch of studies about essentially the cultures that live the longest, lowest cholesterol, and are the healthiest. It was a very, very flawed study. He did some studies on Indian mill workers and stuff. And what he came back with, and this is in the 50s, because heart disease was an epidemic, Ansel Keys had a very, very influential, strong voice, and he was a very sharp personality. He came back and said, I've done my studies. Animal fat is what kills people. Eat a low-fat diet. Because high-fat diets are what is clogging your arteries. So it takes a little while for science to get into the mainstream, but that idea, Ansel Keys, but according to many people who study the history of nutrition and the study of obesity and this obesity epidemic that began really in the 60s and really started to blossom in the 70s and the 80s, was because one man came along and said, I did all these studies and I have found the key to health. Let's copy the people that don't have high cholesterol, that don't have heart disease. Let's eat the way they do. And how do they eat? Low fat, high fiber diet. Turns out he was completely wrong. Yeah. Now,
who's this?
So all of a sudden, all the food companies said, let's take the fat out of our products so we can say they're low fat. Problem is when you take fat out of a product, out of a food, it tastes like cardboard. So how do you make
sugar?
You put sugar in it.
Sugar.
High fructose corn syrup, because the corn lobby gets involved and says, hey man, stop importing sugar from the Caribbean and Africa and all these other countries. Use corn. Let's grow corn right here. So Archer Daniels Midland, these huge
Nebraska
companies essentially said, use our corn syrup. That's where corn syrup comes in. That's why corn is used so often. Either way, what we had is a lot of people eating a lot of fiber, and really a lot of carbohydrates, and they with a lot of sugar added to it and no fat. Of course. And you still hear people saying, man, those egg yolks are causing high cholesterol. I got that hamburger is what's going to kill me. No, it's the bun that's way worse for you, in fact, and puts weight on you. Mm-hmm. It is the simple carbohydrates. So we've had to kind of reverse one man's work, and it's taken 40 fucking years because he was very influential. He was a physiologist because he had a very strong voice. He was very charismatic, and he was very energetic about spreading his message.
But why would we go balls deep and put all our eggs into this guy's basket? What about moderation?
So you
can have buns. You can have some stuff. You can have sugar. Don't go fucking. That's the problem. Is people go crazy.
That's exactly right. If you want to know, there's a book by Gary Taub called Good Calories, Bad Calories, and another book called Why We Get Fat by the same author that traces that genealogy and that lineage. A very interesting book. Another amazing lecture to listen to on why sugar is bad for you by an endocrinologist, and his name is Robert Lustig. Robert Lustig. He has a YouTube speech about it. Fascinating.
And if you don't know why sugar's bad for you, just go ahead and open your car door and slam your head in it.
Yeah. And it's bad for you. And that's the one thing.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, sugar in is really the one thing that most scientists and
scientist like hell no.
Say don't
unless you're like a marathon runner and your levels are depleted, stuff like that, or you're an athlete.
Yeah.
Then you can mess around with sugar. Yes. Again, it's all moderation.
It's all moderation.
It's all about timing. Some kids can have sugar, man. Yes. You don't have parents. Don't be the parent that doesn't let your kid have any sugar and soda and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Don't have to weird kid.
Moderation is so the word, man. You just used it. Moderation and balance.
What I say when people ask me about the diet, I said works for me. But
Yeah.
everything has to be in moderation.
Yes.
You can't. It's not. It doesn't work for everyone. It might not work for you. Whatever you pick, just make sure you're moderate about it.
I like to go with what cultures that have been around forever, how they
See, I don't think that works. I think you can't study Japanese and be like, well, I'm just gonna eat a shitload of rice. Do that, and you're gonna have fucking muffin top.
Right.
All I'm saying is, you can have rice.
Yeah.
You can have fruit. You can have candy. You don't need a fucking entire king size pack of Kit Kats. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have just a few. It's all about moderation, man. There's no secret diet. Who gives a fuck how Japanese eat? Who gives a fuck how Egyptians eat? It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Just moderation.
Yep. It's true. They come out with like this idea.
You can have fast food.
Chia seeds are really good. All of a sudden, everyone's putting chia seeds in everything.
They're balls deep in chia seeds.
Like, what are you doing? Or it's like, say, look, vitamin E is an antioxidant. So now GNC are selling vitamin E tablets that I think are 3,500 milligrams. That's the equivalent of eating 1,500 almonds.
Go and eat
That's not
1,500
natural.
almonds.
That's not natural.
Almonds.
Yeah.
Again, there's no quick fix. There's no supplement. Right. There's no fucking society can study and do their diet. It's all moderation.
Yeah.
You can have fast food. You're not going to die.
That's
Now,
right.
if you have fast food 7 days a week, you're probably going to die.
Yep.
If you have it 1 day a week, you're fine.
Yep.
You work out, you're fine.
By the way, exercise, same thing unless you're a pro athlete. Moderation. Don't
3
get
days
crazy.
a week, you're good.
Yep.
3 days a week, it's clinically proven you're good.
Yep.
You don't need to sign up for a fucking Spartan race every other Thursday.
That's right.
You're fine. You don't need to spar and do jiu-jitsu 7 days
Even
a week.
pro athletes that overdo it are always getting injured. I mean,
And their bodies shut down.
their bodies shut
They're
down.
not in great shape. They look like they're not doing well.
Right.
Your body it has ill effects if you're doing too much. Moderation, everything you do.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes. So that's a great tag to the dropping knowledge. Moderation, balance and moderation for everything. That should be the word for it.
Boom.
Good stuff.
Let's do some fan questions. Fan questions.
Five questions. But before we do, Brendan, I just want to say a couple things.
I thought we were going to do all the reads at the end.
Well, I'm changing it
Doesn't
up.
make sense at all. Just do one at the end of a segment. We haven't done them all night.
I'm changing things up right now. I want to talk to you guys about a 5-star experience. Ruby receptionists. Do you know that you can have your own receptionist? And I'd say virtual receptionist, except for it's actually a real live person.
It's a real person
A
that
real
takes
live
your
person.
calls?
If you start a small business, it costs a lot of money to hire a full-time assistant. It costs a lot of money. When you hire somebody who's going to answer your phones, you got to pay their insurance.
Talk about running a business.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden fees that go into all that stuff.
You want to create the illusion that your business is already growing.
Like you could be in your mom's basement in your underwear with Cheeto fingers running a successful business. You got a receptionist now.
Yeah. Well,
She doesn't have to look at you.
Ruby Receptionists is awesome because it's basically they have these receptionists, again, real people, and they will take they will take messages for you. They will take customized messages for you. If you say, "Hey, just tell people I'm going to be out to lunch for the next 2 hours, I'll get them back." They'll do that. They'll take detailed messages and send and actually text what the detailed messages are to you. So you can essentially have
Basically your own assistant.
You have your own assistant. You have literally your own assistant. It's like having a model full-time employee for a fraction of the cost.
It's like that movie Her.
Yep. And this is how you get the 5-star experience, okay? Hurry, call ruby.com/FTK for Fighter the Kid, FTK, to get free activation, a $95 value. That's called ruby.com/FTK. All right?
Good God. Get you an assistant. Boom, man.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
It's actually really awesome. I had a long talk with them today about what they offer, and it sounds
Was
really
it really
good.
them or was it a virtual?
It was really them. Well, I don't know why they say virtual because it's not.
Yeah, it's an actual
real
person.
It's an actual person that you can talk to and get.
It makes those small businesses, it makes it seem way more legit.
Yeah, because hiring anybody is going to cost you. It's a headache. But
Yeah,
no.
and plus you got to do interviews.
Their
and
screening. Their screening is really, really tight too. They get real people. I mean, they have like customer service is huge for them.
Can I pick like what kind of accent I want, or like if I want a tough guy?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? This is Ruby.
What the
Reception.
fuck you want?
Hey, what do you want? What
Just
do you guys
horrible
want?
customer service?
Yeah. What do you want? Huh? Speak clearly. I
What do I
can't
want?
hear a word you're saying. Nah. And just go, nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
The King's not available right now. Just for me.
You ever have to answer phones? I did at Goldman Sachs. No. Eric Schwartz office. How can I help you? It's Bryan. Yeah. Oh, sure. I take messages.
Well, now you can have someone do that for you.
Yes.
Let's go to fan questions. What do you got, Ev?
All right, first fan question comes from Vinny Vega. How can you get more female listeners? Every time I wear my Fighter and the Kid shirt, all I have is mad dudes approaching me. Getting tired of it.
Hey, Vinny. Maybe it's the way you look, my man, not the fucking T-shirt.
Yeah, brother.
But we got Special K's taking over the women's line, so we have women's tees dropping soon. Tanks, like cool tanks they can wear with jeans or to the gym.
Yeah.
But then we also got the collab we're doing with Roots of Fight, which drops in June. Can't wait for you guys to see this one. The collab,
It's actually awesome.
the collab that drops with Roots of Fight in June will offer women's tanks. tees, they offer the whole line. So we're working on women's stuff. So we have women listeners, but we haven't made any clothes for them, so you're not going to see it. And then also, our demographic is 18 to 36 male. So yeah, guys are going to say what's up when they see the shirt. My man. And you might be giving off that vibe, though, my man.
You might be giving off that vibe.
I'd be sticking that out
Hey,
the
hey,
bottom out.
hey, my man, don't tie the shirt in a knot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't crop top and be like, what the fuck, bro? hey, unless you're Latimer for the program, don't crop the top.
I know you got real good obliques, but please. All right.
That might be your problem.
All right, next question.
Take the flower out of your hair.
All right. Next question. Have you guys ever had an edible and tripped the fuck out?
I have. I called the Poison Control Center too.
Did you
No
really?
way.
And I called Artie Lang and I said, Artie, I think I'm dying. Artie Lang had to talk me off.
What
the
did you
cliff.
I
I said, Artie, I ate a hash brownie. I think I'm gonna die. He goes, you're not gonna die. You feel jumpy. I go, I can't feel myself breathe. I can't hear my heart. He goes, all right. And I kept pacing the rug. It was a tiny rug, a Persian rug, and I'd look at the clock. I thought an hour would go by, but it was about a minute. So it was a terrible, terrible trip. I just had no idea how to deal with how high I was.
Edibles will get you. I had a friend I was dating. She gave me an edible, and it was a super strong one. It was like a brownie. She's like, just eat the whole thing. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, there's not that much in it. But she lied to me, and I was driving home, and it hit me, and it was like,
Yeah.
I
Should be in the car.
I was driving a car down PCH.
Not a good idea.
I was going 7 miles an hour.
By the way,
But I was like, God, I don't want to get pulled over. I was like,
at least with pot,
and it took me, I don't know. Felt like it took me about 6 hours to get home.
Yeah.
And then I got to my elevator and I hit every button. Couldn't tell you what floor I was on. And they would open up. I was like, once I see it, I'll know it. Nah, man, not this place. Both of them had 2 cactuses on every floor. So I was like, God damn it.
Oh, no.
So I had to go to every one.
At least
it was about an 8-hour process.
yeah, at least with weed you slow down. With alcohol you speed up. You know what I mean? So fuck.
Those edibles will get you, man.
They'll get you.
I was going literally 6-7 miles an hour.
Who was it
And I was
talking-
like, let's not get pulled over, my man. Just stay focused, stay on the road,
Yep.
and turtle pace.
Yeah. They're able to concentrate that oil, boy. Don't fuck around.
Yeah, they really fucked me. I was so upset. What else you got, Ev?
All right, next one. Hey, Brendan, you mentioned that you don't like going to see live events anymore, live UFC events, that it doesn't do it for you. Is it the same on TV, or do you still get the enjoyment out of watching pay-per-views?
No, I don't miss a fight. Bellator, UFC, I never miss them. I can't remember last time I didn't watch a fight. Unless I'm busy on the road or something like that, I never miss them. As far as live events, it's just intense for me, man. It reminds me of fighting, and it's just a hassle, too. It's a beast for me to go to a fight. So I have more fun watching at home with my friends or just alone with my girl or something like that. I'd rather not go to the live event. We're so busy doing stuff. I'd rather not go to an event, parking, walk in, do all that shit. I'd rather just watch it at home, order some chicken wings, and freaking chill out.
Yep.
That's more the reason why. And also, hey, man, it's better to watch on TV.
Uh-huh.
Live events, the UFC, not that great.
Nope.
It's not that great to watch in person. Hate
Sure
to tell you. What else you got?
All right, this one comes from Tony CY13. Hey, guys, I've got an amateur MMA fight in 10 weeks. Been doing basically the keto diet for a month or so. Keto diet. Do you need carbs to get the most out of your workouts, and should you have some carbs a couple hours before the fight? Big fan of the show. Big fan of Callan since he did a guest spot on Frasier. Stockton, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Frazier, son.
Brendan, take this one.
Listen, Rogan and I were talking about this. I don't know if you could do the keto diet and still do high level sports. I don't know anyone who's doing it. So let us know how it goes. I would assume, and I always did, I always ate yams and chicken before a fight. Yams, chicken, and beets. You need carbs. You need good protein. If I'm him, I'm eating some carbs, some sort of good carb before my fight. You need carbs for energy, man. You know what I'm saying? The keto diet, you look good, you drop weight, and it's good to do. But I don't know. As far as a professional athlete, and there's way more educated people about this nutrition stuff than me. So I don't know if I would do ketogenic and be a professional athlete. I don't know. I'm not saying you can't. I just don't know. So let us know how it goes if you do. Yeah. I'd probably eat a carb up. I'd probably eat some carbs.
Carb up a little bit.
Pasta.
Carb up a little bit. Go ahead.
All right,
Eat some
we'll get to
pancakes.
our last question from Ray Albert XV. In
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I broke
In
my
the
screen.
Fighter and the Kid 3D outtakes, Bryan looked frustrated at Brendan's constant giggling. Was Callan frustrated at any time with Big Brown during filming?
No, never. That's just so fun. I mean, we're having so much fun, and I was just trying to get it done.
Because he knows I'll keep going.
Yeah,
I'll just keep laughing. I don't give a fuck.
Well, no, yeah, that's me managing Brendan and sort of going, come on, let's get this done. But no, I was never frustrated. It was just that's so fun when you're laughing your ass off. Yeah. I mean, I was trying to make Brendan laugh, you know. I know if I'm making him laugh and making him break, I got him. So.
Fuck yeah. No, there's no issues.
Yeah, you were having some laugh attacks during those outtakes.
That's when you're having the most fun.
Yeah, that's the best part, probably.
Yeah. I mean, you're being a couple
What else
silly
you got,
geese.
That's it. That's a wrap on fan questions.
Boom, boom, shakalaka, shakalaka,
Boom,
boom,
shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom.
The Finally Kid shirt, T-Fat K original T. What's not original? It's the new one. Soft as fuck. That drops.
It really is soft.
That drops ASAP, along with the original. Again, not original. The original Abbott Kenny Fight Club logo. Abbott Kenny vintage tanks drop as well together.
Gray and white.
The T-Fat K gray tees and the Abbott Kenny Fight Club tanks just in time for summer, you filthy animals. Let's get them guns out. Not to be creepy. TFATK.com. Stay posted for when we're releasing them. I will release on my Instagram and Twitter, and the Finally Kid will also do the same. Bryan, where can they find you?
I'll tell you what, buddy. June 9, 10, 11, St. Louis, Helium Comedy Club. Get yourself down there because I'm bringing some serious heat.
Mm-hmm. And I this weekend turn on CBS Sports. I will be doing the color commentary for Sugar Shane Mosley's title fight. That's CBS Sports. You can catch Big Brown on there. We'll see how this thing goes. This is the Finally Kid. We're out.